with Peter Grant. Peter, very funny.
Hey, thanks, man.
As well, nice to officially meet you. Because I've heard good things about
Hey,
you.
thanks, man. Thanks for having me on, both of you.
Absolutely.
I just finished watching I'm Dying Up here on HBO on Crave, and this feels very Carson to me. So thanks, man. I appreciate it.
It's just like Carson.
Yeah.
There's so many similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Ed McMahon. It says here that you're Sam's crack dealer. Is this true? Or?
At some point, yeah, but the pandemic hit us all differently, you know. So
Gotta get your rock from somewhere, and why not from an Australian?
Is that? You're Australian. I thought you were French.
sometimes we Toblerone. That's je m'appelle. I went to school here. Like I did grade 1 in Canada before I moved back to Australia. And the only thing I remember about my Canadian education is Je l'ouette, j'ente l'ouette. So thank you, Canada.
Yeah.
And do you know what that means in English?
Fuck no.
No one does. So you came here for a year and then left.
No, I was back and forth with my dad's job in Canada and Australia until I was about 6 or 7. And
Okay.
then
So you spent quite a bit of time. That's our lie detector, and it turns out you're telling the truth.
thank fuck.
So you've been back and forth between. What is that called when you have you're binational?
Yeah, I'm bipartisan. I'm Australian, so all the bad things that you think about when you think of Australians, that's me, and then all the good things of Canada. So you know,
I don't think anything poorly about Australia. Papua New Guinea is who I have a big issue
they're
with.
a different person. They're different people.
You were doing comedy in Australia?
No, I moved here at 18. I finished high school, moved over here with $400 in my pocket. Everything that you see that I am is
For
Canadian.
$400.
Well, after the flight cost like $1,800, and then I had like over $2,000 at 18. I was doing well. I was like, I'm going to Canada. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be a stand-up comedian.
Wow.
And then I realized the flight was going to
Yeah.
And you
take
came
some
to
of that money
Vancouver first
Yeah, I came to
for
Vancouver.
$400. I'm surprised that you're not dead. That's
Dude, I went and planted trees. I went and worked on the railway. I did anything I could make a buck and see parts of Canada, make some money, and then keep doing this shit.
what's been your favorite part of Canada?
Revelstoke. Oh, dude.
I could have never guessed. You could give me 1,000 guesses. I would not have guessed Revelstoke.
Revelstoke and Grand Prairie, they're my number 1 and 2.
Grand Prairie.
You got to throw a roughie in there. I'm a gambling
Wow.
man. You always got to have a roughie in there.
Next, Brandon, Manitoba.
Dude, I almost caught COVID in Brandon, so fuck Brandon.
You almost,
Fuck
how do you
Winnipeg
almost
in
catch
general.
COVID? Winnipeg. Listen, you like Grand Prairie. You can't talk shit about Winnipeg.
Oh, mate. You've been to Winnipeg? You've been
I'm
to Winnipeg?
from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
You're from Winnipeg?
Yeah.
It explains a lot, Brad.
It
It's been
does.
5 minutes, but it explains a lot.
Hey, I'm not there anymore, but you know what? I know enough that Grand Prairie's a shithole.
It's the worst.
They have a sushi restaurant there.
Do they?
$50 for lunch.
When did that open up?
Well, it was probably closed by now. Whenever the Japanese guy left. But so what is it about Revelstoke that you like?
It was, I worked 6 months in the summer, 6 weeks in the summer of 2015 in Revelstoke. And it was
Tim
just...
Hortons or
No, on the railway. Well, I'm a working class working man. I put the Canadians' economies keep going because of me.
so McDonald's? I don't think.
What were you doing in Revelstoke?
Basically, working the railway, smoking a bunch of cigarettes, and playing a bunch of golf.
That sounds like
And that's why Revelstoke just sits in my
nebulous
heart.
Thing
Yeah.
is a really nebulous thing. Working the railway.
Working the railway sounds like it's an illegal thing to
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
It's like, working the railway. Oh, so you're robbing convenience stores or something. So why Grand Prairie?
I've never been more drunk at a pub than in Grand Prairie, so I respect the people of Grand Prairie to get
You
me to
have
that
to be
point.
just to
Yeah.
get through a day there. So,
Well, from my small country town, it was just like you get to a certain caliber, and then Grand Prairie would just open up a whole different like ball game. They're just like, hey, 5 o'clock exists, and you're like, all right, let's go.
yeah, but the thing is, it was noon.
Yeah, the following Thursday.
Alberta as a whole. I've been to Fairview, which is like an hour north.
Probably not. I don't know.
It makes Grand Prairie look like Las Vegas.
Really? Oh, I got to head up to Fairview.
Yeah, it's it's not aptly named. So I have a list of questions here.
Poorview.
I'll give it to you.
I don't know why we have Sam on this show. That's
For that.
poor. Well, you answer all the questions. I was going to ask what nebulous means, but
I
so
think it has something to do with like the deep sky.
it's nebulas.
What's the powerhouse of the cell again?
The
The nebula, no?
Nebular?
Yeah.
That sounds like a racial slur, dude.
It is actually.
Mitochondria. Yeah. Yeah, that's the wrong word. Wrong word.
What else do you know about science? Are we flexing science muscles now?
I know that.
Beaker.
Oh, that's the character from Sesame Street, no?
Yeah,
Muppets.
No, I'm talking
it's
actual
from the
beaker.
Muppets, but
Oh.
the beaker is such a cool shape, right? Like is you get like the tube one that you can put liquid in and stuff.
What kind of liquid, Sam?
I don't know.
He likes it because it looks like cock.
I'm not used to holding a microphone anymore. It's been like 6 months since
It's
being on
weird,
stage.
eh?
It's like I'm getting used to it again. It's
It
great.
feels good. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
during a Zoom show, you just stand from your phone.
Yeah.
I just carried like a wooden spoon and did that.
I saw a great comic in town pull out a bunch of different things that she was going to use.
like a vibrator or something. Or?
I'm pretty sure that was on the list.
A previous guest of the show, a friend of the show, when hosting, has been known to have a wide array of different mics. Yes, and that guest is
Amber Harper
Harper
Young.
Young. That's
oh,
right.
Yeah.
she was. We
She
had
was
her-
just on your
Had
show,
her on
no?
numerous times. Yeah.
She. What did she do? Let's talk about her since she's on here.
I mean, I've heard she's a mean fighter.
I heard that. Well, she can't win a fight. She fought as a kid. She was 14 in grade 1, and she
Yeah.
fought this kid, and then didn't like. Apparently, the kid didn't remember.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Yeah.
I heard one championship's calling her up.
Yeah.
Have you? Because I fight kids that are in grade 1 now. I kick the shit out of them. They if they remember, it's because of the massive head injury, not because they're like, oh, it wasn't an impactful event. Have you ever fought a kid in grade 1?
Yeah, I was in grade 1 as well.
No, but when, as an adult.
I would. If anyone's up for it, I'm down. That should be like the next celebrity boxing match. Should be Peter Grant out of fucking Vancouver, Canada.
Versus
and
grade 1.
Well,
from some kid from Grand Prairie, because that's going to be a fight. You know that. A grade 1 from Grand Prairie versus me.
That's a fair fight.
That's a fair fight.
He'll
Logan
be drunk
Paul
too.
is about as smart as a grade 1.
Pardon me?
No, I'm just talking about boxing. Sorry.
Do you have a concussion?
I've had 12.
Really?
Yeah. Australian rules football. Look it up.
Really?
Yeah, I've had
Australian
12.
rules football is insane.
Yeah, I've had 12 from it.
How come none of the rules are equipment?
We're from a poor colony.
Do you wear jock straps?
No.
You don't wear any cock
The only-
protection?
no. The only thing you wear is a mouth guard, and then even then, some people don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you would have 13 concussions if you didn't wear that.
I know. Fuck it. I'm still going for that lucky 13.
Yeah, well,
if anyone wants it, if that grade 1 from Grand Prairie wants to give me number 13, I'm down.
It won't be Amber. So where can the audience learn more about you? You have you do a podcast.
I have a podcast. Sam's been on a couple times. We'll have to get you on as well. Access
Sam's been on there,
granted.
I'm not interested. but-
It's just copy and replace. Yeah. Access granted. It's
excellent.
everywhere you can find your podcast. Watch it on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel as well. I've got a couple more than Amber Harper Young, but it's great.
14 people. 14.
And then you can find me on all the socials at PFGRNT.
Do you have any words of wisdom you want to share with the audience before we go?
I got a couple. First of all, buy black jeans. You won't be disappointed. I feel like that's the major one. And don't drink and drive.
Okay.
Well, we ended a moment of brevity. I was not expecting that. Don't drink and drive. Do check out his podcast. And thank you very much, Peter Grant.
Cheers,
Peter
man.
Grant.